Today, the best advantage as a nation that we have is our youth. Okay, the demographic dividend that India has actually put us on a very high pedestal, and we are at NASCOM are specifically working along with industry to make India the digital talent hub for the globe. We are all poised to be a $1 trillion digital economy, and that is not going to be possible if our resources are not trained or not properly aligned to the industry requirements. That's precisely the reason that we are seeing the demand versus supply gap, in spite of everybody's best efforts, is still there, and especially so in emerging technologies. What is really required is when somebody is doing emerging tech or maybe whatever they are learning, one thing that we need to look at is this aligned to an industry standard? Is this a competency that the industry recognizes? And is that something which will actually land your learner into a job or a career? There's a lot of difference between the both, and I'm sure all of you know it much better than I. So it's very important that we shape up the careers of the youth but not the jobs. While we shape the careers of these students, we must always let us know one thing, that the skilling learning is not a once kind of an activity, it's a continuous journey. And to ensure that this continuity exists, not everything can be taught in four walls of our classrooms. So along with the industry, we built out something called as Future Skills Prime Platform. All the industry has actually contributed. These courses are aligned to standards and approved by both industry and government. Our request to all of you is, can we go back and promise ourselves that, okay, to the ecosystem that I am in, I will contribute about 1,000 students who are actually skilled as per the requirements of the industry. What will happen? They will get better employability quotient added to their profiles. They are getting picked up, not just within the state but also maybe elsewhere. And we are also talking about not just jobs and careers, we are also talking about job creators. Now these students, like which I said, if we add the financial literacy also into them, we add the professional literacy also into them, they are going to be the most powerful citizens that we can ever see. That's the reason why, there was a research which was conducted before we came out with this learning skilling platform. And on this date, while we are speaking to all of you, we have about 1.5 million people across the length and breadth of the country who are getting skilled, upskilled and reskilled via this platform. What is expected in this platform? All kinds of learning. You may be, just starting your technology career, skills, which is definitely a requirement today, or maybe emerging tech like IoT or robotic process automation or AI or data science or cyber, any of these emerging tech that you're looking at. All of that in a very carefully integrated manner, aligned to the industry standards, we have actually incorporated into this platform. My request is, can you all go back and look at how many of our students can be standard certified? That's the only thing that we request. On that note, I will take the liberty of telling all of you one more initiative that we are doing, which is called as My Promise to the Nation. We are running this as part of our Independence Day initiative. There is a small link that you can actually access. Just promise yourself what you want to do, by what time you want to do it. It just takes 30 seconds to make this digital promise and place it on your LinkedIn. And this is something that we are also urging all the colleges to encourage your students to make this happen, because we want to make sure that we promise, unlike our New Year promises, we deliver on this promise. So that's one of the things that we're talking about. Another initiative that we are very carefully driving, and we want all of you to collaborate on that, is, like ma'am said, the faculty development initiatives, because it's very important that we also focus not just on what we have as a year passer, but also future years of training and learning that happens in your colleges. So we do have these faculty development initiatives which are available. Apart from that, if you say COE is okay, we can come and do that. You talk about industry collaboration, yes, we can do that. You name it, you can actually get that. The only thing that we as NASCOM, on behalf of the entire ITS industry, are asking is collaborate and ensure that at the end of every month, every quarter, whatever you want to take, are we creating this impact? Are we ensuring that our students have gone to the next level? So that's the requirement, and we should not just focus on technology. This morning also we had a call with one of the senior directors of India office, and his problem was also the same. Okay, technology is okay, still manageable, but the professional skills is definitely a problem. Another thing that I heard yesterday was the greatest difficulty lies in students not knowing what is the problem. So, forget about solutioning the problem. Identifying the problem also is becoming a challenge today. That's the Gen Z all about, but yeah, we are here, we are expected to nurture them, and it's all of our responsibility to do that. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Suresh ma'am. With the Gen Z, I have one at home and one you have at home. So it's very difficult for them to understand the problem. So we all are dealing with the students of Gen Z. The problem, they feel that it is a problem, that's when they will approach it as a solution. Having said that, let me take it to Dr. S. Tara Kalyani ma'am. Ma'am, you have in the directorship role at JNTU UIIC, which is again a consortium, which is a university itself, where we all come under, and you are getting the industry and collaborations from that desk. Can we help all the colleagues understand that? Are there any one or two initiatives that we can collaborate with the university for, and look at empowering our students or placing them?
Absolutely. Before answering your question, I'd like to appreciate the initiative taken up by you in forming this TTPOC consortium for Telangana State. Actually, this is the need of our hour. As you know that most of the engineering colleges come under JNTU, and many universities got autonomous status from JNTU. So most of the engineering students are under this brand of JNTU. And as a director of UIIC, we were trying to bring all the TPOs under a single roof so that we can help our students and collaborate in some way or the other to skill them up and make them ready for the placement and make them industry ready. And Sridevi Madam also know how we have collaborated. We have had a MOU with the NASCOM training of the students. It was a long process, and we were doing this, and many of our students of JNTU brand are training, are taking up training, and they are taking some advanced skill program. And apart of that, as you all know that JNTU is updating its curriculum every now and then so that it helps our students so that they will be ready for their placement by the end of their graduation. So, as I said, many of the students at the time of admission, their level of their standard will be different, but our curriculum tries to bring them up to a level where they are easily placed. And as you know, all of the academic, all because academicians and how they are working to train their students, so that is also absolutely means it's really a tough job. And the students, we have seen a drastic change pre-COVID and post-COVID. The students who are not who have completed their intermediate or plus 2 education online and coming to engineering studies and doing those technical training is a bit difficult for them also. So to pulling them up to the standard, we are taking many training programs. We have many training programs at our college, and JNP is also ready to run training at the colleges also. With the help of many of the industries, we are meeting many of them. Which are very much ready to come over to our campus or to any other institute. It's not as we have seen till I'm also ready to help the students, and industry is also ready to help the students. We have to bridge that, bring the students to, means we have to become a conduit where we can make the training happen and bring the students to a certain level. By the guidance of our honorable vice chancellor, sir, also is very much interested in taking these initiatives for the sake of students. We have introduced some minor programs also. It's not that our electrical engineering student will not be knowing any AI type of stuff. It's not that our mechanical engineering student will not be knowing about any cyber security kind of stuff. So our curriculum is such a flexible curriculum where every student can get the training of what is the industry is looking for. And as sir was mentioning, we are also coming up with some financial technical programs with some certain subjects which are given by industry. That is one coming up, fintech minor program for all engineering graduates, which may be coming into shape the next year. So that is my first details about. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I am personally beneficial of the minor cybersecurity program, I would say, because we have a couple of companies who have asked if cybersecurity minor, major, or mainstream, please let us know it there. So and we have one in pipeline for 2024 batch, where they said if I can get the database of all the colleges who are doing cybersecurity, it will be a great help to do the placements for that organization. So it is really a great initiative by JNTU, I would say. Having said this, I will now move on to Charan Lakraju. So coming on to you last, the youngest panel, I would say, but flying really high. Charan, I've been seeing you, seamlessly connecting with the students, and now being part of, from where you started, where I know your growth, to where you are today. How do you do this with the students and the young generation, and how you are able to drive them, keep that energy focused, and what is that we should be doing as placement officers to connect with them and transform that?
Sure. Whenever a student wants to speak, he's not allowed. Yeah. So, to be honest, first I want to congratulate the whole team behind it. I know what are the efforts which went behind to come to this day. Any consortium always aims to bring in the normalization first. So, the first normalization that students require today is a kind of a lot of oxymoron statements which are there. I talk about how we are driving, but the first thing is there's a great syllabus, but again they are asked to go to some training.
Yes.
So there's always like an oxymoron kind of a thing. Okay? There's always a practical syllabus, but again you have to go to some training. So there's a lot of times I personally feel whatever the activities which happen at the top doesn't get translated to the level of the student. And students miss out on the opportunity. And the second thing, because of the peer pressure or the parents, management, and everyone, because everybody pays the same fee, and you have to give the same kind of a training to everyone. I know some of the placement officers, maybe one of you, like one stands example, how you divided people based on the ability of them, prerequisites. A lot of trainings are imparted for people who don't have proper prerequisites. capacity or his ability is not at the level of taking that training. So how can we differentiate or do the proper grouping is more important, because student knows him by himself, because it is made mandatory to 100 people or 150 people in the class or 300 people. They are made to sit in the classes where they are not even meant. He's not a developer. He might be a good cybersecurity guy. And he's a good artist. He might be a good UI UX guy. So how do you do these micro communities within a college, which will help you to have more benefit, because he'll learn it with a passion, rather than everybody has to go through full stack. Everybody has to go through the same set of training. Then immediately everybody is going through the same set of training. And you know what will happen next. You'll be finding it tough to place everyone. So from a student perspective, I keep telling, where there is less supply, there is more demand. Always try to choose what is in trend, not today. What will be trend after 3-4 years? Start predicting the trends. We get 100 PDFs on our WhatsApp. I know the elite people who are here from, we get a NASCOM report, we get a Gartner report, we get a top 10 skills of 2025, we get a lot of CV insights. 100 reports are there, but how can we do that? So one thing which I was talking to one of the CEOs of a Fortune 500 company recently, he was asking me, a lot of IT companies now have to do the combination of a mechanical and AI. How can we do a manufacturing plus ML? How can we have a combination of both? They don't exist. And these combinations, consortiums like this, the voice will be more louder when it will reach certain authorities, and when you keep a closer eye to, I represent startups also, because I'm one of the startups of T-Hub who works out of the same building. Whenever we have, because I'm in the student community, one founder comes to me and asks, I need a person who is good with AI. You know, so I'm again, someone as a good with data science, because the max of stats won't say. And I call up some people, colleges or placement officers or my own panel. They say like, no, sir, हमारे पास data science के students हैं. हम लोग data science का training करती हैं. पर data science के पहले उसको integrals में तो max का एक class रहता है, वो max ठीक से नहीं रहता है. Because a lot of startups require people who are full stack guys. They don't want to, they're not a larger company where for a smaller project you put 15 people. It doesn't happen. And today, this is happening in few colleges already. How can we have that best practices thanks to the consortiums like this? How can we spread it across? And more than MOUs, MOWs or SOWs should be prepared. Because a lot of MOUs being exchanged again and again and again. But the understanding is ending once they come out of the stage. Because the understanding should be MOU between a student and the like how ma'am just explained about the promise. That is more a very small thing, but that creates a very big affirmation to that person, the student himself. So currently we are close to 1 million students now. You've been one of the first few people who encouraged me, and you saw me the whole curve grow. And today I'm very honored to sit on the same stage, to share the stage with all the eminent people here. I observed one thing after speaking to 10 lakh students. The students know what they want. But the only point is, we want what we want. So it's like they know what they want, but the only point is we have to just bucket it and check it out, saying that okay, this can happen, this can happen. Okay, these students are not good for programming. How can we increase the placement rate by doing something? A lot of people used to make fun of ITES placements once upon a time. And a lot of placement officers used to feel the pressure. Like, ITES का placement line, the parent tells, but the point, how do we keep them informed from the first year, second year, third year? Bhai, aapka banda nahi aane wala hai. He's not working hard to be in the top 3. So we have to show that, set the role models. And today, I'm happy to share, as president of TTPO, I was talking to a startup founder recently. He's an IIT Kharagpur guy. And he just hires from CBR now. And he says like, no, I'm relaxed. I gave the feedback to ma'am a couple of days back. It's not because I'm talking on this stage, I'm sharing this. And it's a blockchain company, it's a Web3 company, Catalog. And that guy, because his budgets are not allowing, because it's a very tough time to raise new funds now. And any startups, majority of the funding goes towards tech hiring. And he said, if I have to go to a IIIT Hyderabad and hire someone, for an intern, he has to pay 60,000 rupees per month. And he said, where do I get? And I said, no, you should go there. Then he spotted 2 kids, and they were beating left, right, center out of an IIT guy and a BITS guy. And a BITS guy. So anyone, the point here is how you can encourage such people is they are self-learners. There are some people, we have to just give a platform to them. And hopefully we'll have to work with TTPOC in the coming days and take that best practices and get you more opportunities in the coming days. Thank you.
Thank you, Charan. Thank you. Having said that, so the main reason is my learning experience, whatever you said. I started the journey with 2 students, and even 2 days back we had students who have won competition competing in the same company, where again the top institutes were there. It was smart. They were told only, not to use ChatGPT. I'll tell you this just because Charan connected. So the students were attending a hackathon, which was a day-long hackathon, and students were strictly told not to use ChatGPT to code. So to code. So the student of my college smartly took the help of ChatGPT, not to take the code, because they know how to write the code, they are problem solvers, they know what to do. But they took the help of ChatGPT to understand the problem itself. So he gave the question to the ChatGPT, can you please elaborate this question, and whatever it is, I don't know the exact thing, I am yet to converse. I was busy planning for this event, so I didn't talk to them. But it is all about how do you find a solution. So there are smart students, I am sure TPOs have a lot to learn. So as I said in my conversation, we are still learning, and I am learning and adding and learning to, how we can become smarter day by day. They have their own ways. We have to find multiple ways to, place them. Thank you to all of you for, joining me onto the dais for this panel. Over to you, Joe.
Thank you so much, ma'am, and thank you all the distinguished guests. Please,
So one compliment to Joe, great Toastmaster.
Thank you. So I would just like to be seated. We'd just like to honor you as well right now. And to felicitate you, I'd like to invite the dignitaries that we have. First, I'd like to invite Mr. Ashok Kumar. He's the Director of Placements for Sridhar Group of Colleges, and he's also an Associate Vice President here. I'd also like to invite Mr. Vinay Chopra. He's the Director of Corporate Relationships for Guru Nanak Dev Institute. And ma'am, you can accompany them. So first, I would like to invite Dr. Anjali Desai on the stage. Thank you so much, ma'am. And next, we would like to felicitate Mr. Vijay Prabhasar. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to invite Mrs. Sridevi, Director, NASCOM. Thank you so much, ma'am. Next, we have Shri Charan Nakarajji, CEO, Student Joy. Thank you so much for your help. Can we have Mr. Samir Goswami, CTO, TMI? Thank you so much, sir. And can we have Dr. S. Karyaji, Director, UIIC, JNTU Hyderabad? Thank you so much, ma'am. I would like all the panelists to kindly stand together and the dignitaries to also join them. Can we have a group photo with the entire panel once, please? amazing valuable inputs and amazing time that you spent with us. We respected every minute that you spent with us. Thank you so much. So everybody, round of applause for your amazing first panel. That was the first panel. Thank you so much. We would also like to honor our sponsors. First, on behalf of Team Murlikharji, who is the CEO of the organization, can we invite Mr. Prasad Desai onto the stage? Thank you, sir. And we would also sir. There's a technical glitch there, sir. Thank you so much, sir, for helping us with this event. There it is. Thank you so much, sir, for your time and support. Can we now have, on behalf of Mr. Prabhu, he's also not here, can we have Mr. Manu onto the stage from 6th phase? We also have Asif. Can we have the 6th team onto the stage? You can also grab the words, please. Your contribution is very important for all of us. Please be on the stage. Thank you. Thank you so much. Everybody round of applause for amazing sponsors. Thank you so much, sir. Good. I hope the first panel was enlightening. We'll be now moving to the second panel. Quickly, we are catching up on time. And for our second panel, I would like to invite first our panelist on the stage, our secretary, Mr. T. Srinivas Rao, sir, onto the dais. Thank you. I'd also like to call our panel for today. First, Mrs. Sheikh Ravina Parveen, I hope I got the name right. I was told to pronounce the name properly. Parveen, thank you, ma'am, please, onto the stage. She is AGM Head TAAB TS TCS. Can we have Mr. Kirit, Senior Leader TA Infosys? Thank you, sir. Our next panelist. Can we have Mr. Jitendra Singh, HR Manager, Organizing of the Dais? Thank you, sir. Our fourth panelist is Mr. Biju Rajan, Senior Placements Manager, BITS Hyderabad. Thank you, sir, for listening us. And our fifth panelist is Mr. Sujit, Head Career Guidance, MBRCB. Thank you so much, sir. I'll be handing it over to our moderator. Thank you, sir.
Yes, good afternoon, everybody. It's easy to me to be part of this panel discussion and the regular meeting all these HR panels almost every month. Thanks for that. And before moving into the panel, in the beginning of 2000, maybe 2004, 5, 6, something like that, the entire placement scenario was, I think it's hardware we carrying. It's a test consisting of only QRV, one placing and verbal. Students are taking about 2 to 3 hours of test. Correction of course, the papers, arrangement of results. That was the scenario at the point of time. After a few years, again, the QRV added with coding also into existence at the point of time. Then after a few years, maybe in 2014, not wrong. TCS made complete change of the testing pattern into a high level of coding by introducing challenge, global challenge known as code beta. That made completely changes from ordinary coding to competitive coding. Thanks to Infosys, maybe in 2018-2019, they started with one of the prestigious again global competition, Infeed equal hack with Infeed. That made complete again into competitive coding. Thanks to Wipro, they started with the talent program with the concept of PBL, projects based learning. The complete again patient scenario changed. Thanks to Cognizant, introduced the concept of digital program where they are giving more important to training technologies like Salesforce and all these different technologies. So now, from the last 20 years, complete scenario changes from day to day. Of course, the complete selection process based on skill-based selection process. In this one, the present contest here is the panel discussion point is nurturing talent for industry relevant skills. Of course, this is the lead of the hour, and before I enter into full panel discussion, my first question to Parveen, a senior leader in TCS, how this code data change the entire scenario, and what are the extra skills that students need to prepare to crack the high-end jobs?
Yeah, first of all, I would like to congratulate the entire team of consortium. This was long-awaited thing to happen. So congratulations to make it live now. Coming to the question, what are the extra skills or the skills that we are looking forward from the student? First, I think would be the communication. We need students to communicate better. We need students to articulate the solutions that they have. They should be able to comprehend the problems. So, more or less, communication is the first skill that you would look forward from a student. Second, I think would be the problem solving skill, critical thinking, or analytical skill. I put them all in one bucket. Because we are looking for students who will be able to give us unique solutions. Okay? So that is another skill that has to be developed now. Then I think teamwork, collaboration, anyways, is how we work in an organization. So that is another skill that probably can be emphasized when they are in the college. And I think fourth important skill should be the flexibility, the adaptability, because we need people who are able to take up challenging roles and take up and fit into any situation that they are in the organization. I think that is what comes to my mind with the other team that member can also add.
Yes, summarizes this communication skills plus problem solving skills. So combined, you get that high-end jobs. Yes, Mr. Kiri, the same question. Like our two challenges make a lot of difference in the industry, globally also. How students know will successfully lead these two competitions, get into good jobs. What are your solutions?
I think she's covered a lot of points. It's very difficult to add on a few more, but I would agree with a lot of things that Sharan has actually spoken about, right? What is currently lacking, from our perspective at least when we see it, is the sanctity of the degree itself. Right? So a lot of people spoke about curriculum being right and a lot of changes being brought in with NEP as well. But if the focus of the candidate is not to be a good engineer, no matter what kind of training you have in the second year, it's not relevant. Somebody also spoke about lack of foundation, lack of fundamentals. So that, I think that is something we would require of the candidates, we would request the placement officers and the consortium to help us towards it. Secondly, again, the culture of learning itself. Right? Infeed is an app, but if a candidate has to ask to spend, we would rather choose a Prime or Netflix. That idea of I can also spend 2 hours learning something in my first, second year, irrespective of whether a job is attached to it, is something that we need to inculcate from the first year itself. And so I think these two, apart from other points that she's added, I think these two are very fundamental to getting them more opportunities in the future.
Thank you, Kirit. Jitendra sir, and the same thing. You will also know the game changer of industry by introducing visual programming to the system. So, what type of skills do students have to adapt to get into Armenian by taking these skills?
So I'd like to congratulate all of you on this good coming result. And good afternoon all. So as far as the requirement from the corporate end, this is what we are looking as, and it has correctly came up that communication skills, not only the communication skills, like soft skills should be students supposed to work on it, and Cognizant has taken that responsibility and nurturing the students as we are one of the major IT company with close to 2 lakh associates employed with us here in India. So that's how we started this digital literature program, where we have these skills covered like FSC, Java, .NET, right? So now the students have a lot of opportunities available in terms of technology which they want to it's not only the developable or codable kind of stuff. They should be educated, like there are the other things which they are supposed to take it up, and like maybe the NFT or cybersecurity, AWS. So we have to work towards that and getting things done. That's the reason we have come up with a program where we train, upskill them, and able to demonstrate the capability, and then go deep scaling and certify. Then the assessments happens and we go for an interview. And followed by that we give them internship in 7th semester. Actually this digital literature program we cash for them at 6th semester. And 7th semester we do an internship with the business. So this is what we are trying to save the time of the associates who are joining us, onboarding us, so that they should be day one only. So that is where we are looking forward for the students to focus and work on it. And the ChatGPT is something which is coming up, alright? So first, like now that is, they have to do is like right questions to be asked, right? Then only you get an output for that. So those are all the skills which are going to come new and they have to work on. So these are the things which we expect from the students to work on it, and that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Thanks, Jitendra. Now, the opposite side of the board is one side of board, the second side of board. We're having two senior most, one is placement officer and one standing officer. Biju sir, how, by take all these three different input from three different Jain companies, as a senior placement officer of Syrizia, what are the suggestions, what are the most skills students have to learn in their BTech degree to get more good jobs?
Thank you, moderator, and congratulations. What I will do is I'll just share some personal experience which will help fellow folks here. Whenever a company comes before, they do a pre-placement. So I make sure, even it is virtual or offline, I make sure that I am there in the first floor with a book and start jotting down what the company is saying. I should take all the details. Sometimes it may be written that IT technology they speak about. Still, I jot it down. What is the expectation of the company? What is that they bring in? What is the growth plan? Where is the career progression? Where the students do? What they wanted from the students. So, entire details they give before coming to me, before the process begins. So, make sure that I'm there and understand what the company expectation, what is the requirement from the company. And what happens when you sit in the first row and you start jotting down, the students also have an interest. Someone who comes there, you show, so if I'm telling that you have become clean shape, if I go with beard, I'm not saying what I'm talking. So I make sure that whatever I'm telling to the students, sure that I'm also doing it. And I'm kind of few of the recruiters here have witnessed it. And second thing was, this helps us to understand what, as a TPO, what is invested in before percolating to the students. So first we have to get ourselves skilled. Second, what I do is, when you get too much of stress down, right, you want to just move. So I go to the library and take all the reports. The vacancy report, there's a beautiful report from CII. It's called Indian Skills Report, ISR. It's 2022 is out. And it's almost 80-85 page report. I start going through it. It gives you very interesting, it gives you a pocket where the skills are, where which state, which location, how is the employability is going, what is the ratio. So it gives you a target for pitching where you can look at the skill gap. You can balance the skill gap, what is the level of engineering students doing, management students doing, and this gives you a proof of understanding where you can put your weight or see that you will get the best of the companies. So you get your target segment by going through your reports. You have to invest yourself. It's just not just your body, you have to go journal yourself. So whenever you get stressed out, go to library, just calm down, start reading vacancy report or KPMG, the CII report, very good report. So you can look at that one. The third thing very important which I do is when the panel gets more, I sit with the panel member and understand the feedback. Where are the skill gap? Is it a technical skill or they are lacking on problem solving skills or as Ma'am rightly said, communication skill. So where is the gap? And what is, how many number of students have gone into this area of improvement where I have to work on? If they give us, if students have to work on analytical skills. So I find someone who's an expert who could work on those areas. So there is a skill gap you get from the horse's mouth. You hear from the recruiters saying that, hey, this is the area where your students are lacking. So I request all the TPOs, you have to involve yourself. You have to understand first where is the skill gap is happening. Always we try to see this is the students, they are not like we always look at there is a blame between the academicians and they are not teaching industry relevant or more. So for that, what I done is we have something called alumni mentorship program, where I call the alums. Sometimes the faculty doesn't listen to me, they listen to the alumni because the stakeholders of them and they are part of the institute. So the alumni scale, this all areas is not there in the curriculum. At least we can do a bridge program. In case if it is not possible for them to do it, we used to do alumni buddy sessions. It's called as an alumni mentorship program where alumni come from the corporates, from various level, and we used to work on. So for example, I need someone working on generative AI. It's just coming up, and I asked some of my alums to come, get a resource, work on that, and students get exposed to it. So I would request you that you get exposed to work on this areas where what is previously about, be sure that you are there, join on all these skills which they want. Second, journal yourself. Third is use the alumni network. And the fourth is feedback from the recruiter where you could get more information about your students. It's something first-hand information about your students. And this would help you to build your students. So unless in other ways you don't involve yourself, you're just looking at companies are coming, recessions going on, all that. You have to find where is the market which I can, where is the fish which I can, where so I get a good fish. So I would appreciate you all and do it. And I think, so one skill, already ma'am and other panels have covered this, but one skill which I would like to tell is, which out of the experience again, there's something called emotional and social skills. I see the students when even there are 9 pointers before the interview or before the test, they get into emotional, they get into panic mode. They're not able to handle it because they might be studying well and they know before entering to the interview room or the test, even a good students are not able to perform well. So this is something, and emotional skills is something which we have to develop on. We have to give them a positive vibes and handling the stress because you're competing with your peers. So all these guys are there and there is a company which comes with a package and everyone wants to get it. That's most coveted role and package. And everyone looks at they go into depression because of the failure mode if they're not able to make it. So you have to see how to work on this emotional skills that is more important for every TPO. I would see. Look at, you should have a counselors or find out some good counselors who could help them to come out of this emotional skills. That's most important thing which I would feel.
Thank you, Biju. Emphasize on alumni plus feedback system and also emotional intelligence on these things. Very nice points. Mr. Sujit, you are in this industry for the last 20 years. You are training your students, particularly you are training the rural background students nearby Vijayawada. Then what about your expectations from the students about the skills?
Good evening, all of you. I would like to congratulate Mr. Srinivas, Ma'am, Vijay, and other people for taking this great initiative. As a AP TTPOC consortium, and as a small part of the consortium member college, I would like to, be sharing my vibes with you people. I think all our jobs are really cut out. It's never an easy job, but to be facing the various of questions which Kirit, ma'am, and others pose to our students when they're waiting for campus interviews. I think a trainer's job isn't that easy, but it's fulfilling at the end of the day, because when a child comes up to you and seeks a bit of help, you feel, yes, so that you are getting this opportunity. I think I would echo what Sir was telling about lack of emotional intelligence, self-awareness and all. We encounter it on every single day. Recently, we were conducting mock interview sessions for our students. So that's just to see, where they stand and what could be done, to just polish them off. We found that when we were when our programming teachers were asking them questions right in the beginning of the sessions, would you prefer a software job or a core job? The prompt replies were invariably that a core job. That's where the entire problem lies. How do you free their minds? Because after all, a free mind is where some possibilities lie. So I think it would require a lot of things to come together. I would say that there should be an organic growth that a child should see in terms of when it comes to learning. Too much of job-related skilling. When it comes too early, I think that's where problems could come up. I think they should have a strong grounding in basic sciences, a bit of language skills, a bit of emotional connect, social skills that Sir was also talking about. Let them just grow in a freer environment. And most importantly, as an educator, I believe today, instead of us finding solutions to everything that we see around, we should enable our children to ask questions, identify where problems lie, how they can be identified, so that they could visualize a solution around that, then analyze, then articulate, and go for decision making. Because these four cornerstones of communication, I think, I was answering my friend's son the other day, and I was telling him that your dad is a great communicator. He doesn't speak fancy English, but because I was trying to tell him that these four corners, he's a great decision maker. So I think all these things must be corrected in our students' minds. And in our college, we have also started design thinking lab in addition to all the experimentation that every other college does. I think that sums up what I want.
That's great. Question and design thinking, you mentioned about two important points, which are very important skills at this point of time. Again, Bhavin, as you know, and all know, the entire country, maximum recruitment happening from thesis only. What are the few important general skills that industry is looking for? Technology keeps, technology even going changing. Then what type of skills we are expecting from students as a to be recruited of the country?
So the generic skill we anyways spoken about it in the previous query that you had asked for. The other technical skill, I think, very, very generic. It can be anything that student is interested in, maybe Java, started, .NET, C++, anything that would interest them, and they have a rare course. I think that they can pick it up and be, if not expertise, at least they have to have an understanding and know how technology works. It's not just coding, but they have to know the logic, how does it change the word or the problem. Can there be any other solution to any problem that is given there? So that's what I think should be there.
Yeah. Just kidding. I think the course started by the great visionary Narayana. Right. So to get into this industry, to Infosys, the skills that are suggesting to students, the basic skills required.
See, like we have spoken about it, the basics always be the same. Right? Maybe people manage good report analysis, thinking about mathematics, communication, all these things. Essential for us, especially because we ourselves have central experience in that, so we train the students so once these skills are there, fundamentals are there, it becomes easier for us to train them on any layers of comes. Naturally, are not very keen on emphasizing on technology before we report it. So they want to ask us that we do an internal recruitment for a particular role, which is for our managers. They expect these basic skills to be there. And then we also have some couple of issues that we have where, for example, you want to go to college and there are many different candidates in the society. We expect at least 5 minutes to that currently is the gap that we see. Then again, another way to respond to the all serious engineers are true to the research, the first class computer science engineer from a university. You would expect that proficiency in programming from CSC students. And for the rest of them, you expect these basic students so that it becomes easier for us it becomes easier for them to learn.
Yes, thank you, Kate. And I'm Mr. Engineer. I think the same question. I think you are completely focusing on special equipment in Salesforce, special equipment in robotic process automation, special equipment in backup, and students have to consider all these skills. What is your suggestion?
Yeah, see, first and foremost thing is like as a corporate, what we look at the strong fundamentals. That is where we look first. Because the rest of the things fall in place and they've been doing their engineering for 4 years and they are into the technology and they are new at it. If fundamentals are not strong, then it is very difficult whatever the higher level of studies what they are doing will not solve the problems for them. So fundamental first I think has to be strong, followed by doing some certifications like Azure, cybersecurity, RPA. So those all will help them to get into a job. So that is what I feel is once it's strong fundamental, followed by one certification. So they'll have more options. It's not realistically limited to one option, but more than one option they will be able to select if they will select.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Jitendra. Viju sir, I think you are working with one of the largest organization, we can say in the globe. And as a TPOs and as the students, always aspiring to crack the package more than 40 lakhs, 50 lakhs, something like that. So to achieve that, with your experience, and suggest our fellow TPOs how we can achieve those goals.
First, you have to think that why does a recruiter come to your campus? Because they want to see the top talent, the bright talent is there. So I know a couple of from the tier 2, tier 3 institute, they have asked me how to have a strategy to bring the top recruiters to the campus. The one advice I give them is you cherry pick few students. Because a recruiter comes, it's like if I have a fragrant flower here, automatically the bees will come. I don't need to go and tell that there is a flower that just come. The bee gets a smell of the fragrant flower when it comes here. So like that, you have to have a top talent, a bright talent. May not be all, at least 1 or 2%. Like say you have 5-10 students who are there. Start working with them from the second year onwards. Build them, telling them we have to give them, apart from the technical skills, what is certain other positions of responsibilities. Ask them to get in the GitHub, start working on the projects. Some of the latest project which is not there in academic. The external work they have to do, the external mind they have to work on. They have to do a lot of projects, they have to get a lot of badges from various, there are so many courses which is being offered, external agencies, they can go register like LinkedIn Learning. We have MOOCs. So ask them to prepare and see that they are at par with the top tier 1 and tier 2 institute profile or CVs. If the project is extremely good, they work on the top institute. And these 4-5 students will become a brand ambassador to attract the recruiters to your institute. Because always we say that this is not we got it, but you have to start working from the second year onwards, building them, nurturing them, mentoring them, and show to the recruiters, say, hey guys, you're going to the top institute. We guys also have not do that much of this thing. So at least we have a pool of students which would be an interest for you. So you start working towards it. I think so. You might get the best of the companies which is coming, because everywhere country, across the country, the recruitment goes, if I go to this X institute, I get, that's a point, I'm making investment. Is there a return on investment which I get? So I will go there, I go there, I start working with them. And if I go and get 1 student or 2 students, doesn't work. So if I go to it's just like if I go to a place where there's more fish, I can put the fish, I can take a lot of cash. So if I go to a small place, I get a small cash. So you have to build those kind of talent to, they will be a brand ambassador and they will show to the institute. We also have at par. There are intelligent students. I have been to some tier 3 institute. I spoke to them. There are few guys who have come and spoke to me about the technology which I was not aware, even few of the IITs and which are not worked on. One institute I went 3-4 years before, they came and asked me, I want to learn something on Hyperloop. I said, Hyperloop technology which I don't know, I want magnetic levitation. Not only on the IT side, I said, so many technologies which they are also aware of it. If we could help and build those students and they can be a brand ambassador, they could attract the recruiters. Rather than you going to pitch and they feel that there is no talent they want. So build a fragrant flower, bees will automatically come.
As the same question was supposed to ask the next speaker. Of course, this is a global institution. The person next sitting by you is a local institution, which is in a rural college, almost 70 kilometers away from a town, from a city. But they're producing a good number of companies. They're giving great opportunity to all the students. And from the college, for these 3 companies, almost hundreds of students are selecting every year. What you are doing, what is your focus, which is your focus in creating that success?
Actually, we believe that our performance is just about our attitude statement. So, what we try to do early on when starting structure in this system, we try to tell them that success will come to them, when there is an intersection between a lot of things that, a lot of skills or capacities or that needs to be built. So we start off with an induction program and we run it for a couple of weeks wherein we actually do that. I mean, we involve our professionals from all sides, including the examination controller. We tell them that examination is a necessary evil, but you've got to have it. Examination is not going to solve all your learning woes, but then you got to have it, because unless you guys won't allow them unless they have that CDP as well. So it's tough, but it's when we interact with students, we find that being a rural college, we see students from the margins of society. Last month was a revealing experience for me, because out of 300 students I must have interacted with, I found that a large number of them, came from marginalized sections, and it felt really so bad, hearing their stories. So, but then one thing that I can tell you, they're resilient. They're all, ready to put their hands up and say that, yes, we are ready to work and, work up the ladder, all that. So, what I actually cannot speak for what technical skills need to be imparted. Although, everywhere about programming people, call, gloat over. But then, I think, though in recent times people are asking for 50% of skill sets to be technical in nature, I think the other 50 is crucial And I was listening to a Microsoft guy the other day. He was telling us all that communication skills and especially soft skills, is really the one that gets people going and brings the best out of them. So I think on a lot of things, and we also do a lot of focus on the internship part, and we are encouraging students to go for multiples of it. And then project works we start quite early. As early as the second year, we encourage students to identify a problem, to learn how to prepare a problem statement, and just get going, though a little slow. So far, so good. I think but as a learner, I'm 47 pushing 48. But one thing I must tell you, experience doesn't count. You are as in a sense, what I wanted to tell you is that you are as uninitiated as a young person. So you got to entirely know this entire world, how to be able to deal with young people. So I think it's a great learning experience for me, not just here, every day in the campus. Thank you.
Good, sir. So, learning from words that success of the students, training will not start in third year or fourth year. It's from their words understood that it's from day one. It's from day one when they are entering into the first year of their engineering. Right. Before concluding this panel discussion, I think majority of the budding TPOs are coming into this field and they're afraid of the placements, all these things. What is your suggestion in a single statement to encourage our TPOs?
I think yes, as you said, not for just budding TPOs, but I think for everybody, next year is going to be a little tough. We all know that. So encourage your students to do their best if they want to get into any campus placements. They have to work harder than what they expected when they joined the engineering course or any course, professional course. And I think let them work hard. There is no shortcut to it now. Coding, there is no leeway to coding. They have to do coding if they want to get into IT field or IT industry. And the other things that we spoke about, the soft skills and analytical skills, everything is going to be important now because the supply is huge, the demand is not so great for the upcoming batch. So let them work hard and take it from us. Tell them that it is not easy. Okay, so they have to know the reality now. Reality check has to be done.
Same question here.
Thanks for making it easy. You are asking about the message for TPOs, right?
Message for TPOs.
I'll take your own example. First in came we did back in 2019. You were there on the same campus, right? So what I would suggest new TPOs especially is that, especially companies like us, I think TCS also has, Wipro also has, we all now have common tests, right? Common platforms like PTQ and QT, etc. These things really put you on the map. Like VBIT was put on the map that very day, right? We have selected more than 100 people. I think it's never happened since. So I would suggest participation, active participation in a lot of hackathons, active participation in a lot of such open events where all colleges are invited. That kinds of, like sir also mentioned, right, you have to identify your brand ambassadors for your college and put them through these hackathons and all these kind of events, and then you will actually get the results maybe 3 or 4 years down the line. You have to be patient for that as well.
Same question, please.
I think both of them have covered all the points here. I would like them to encourage what they are doing currently and try to participate in a lot of hackathons and encourage what are happening. We are visiting to the colleges, having a tech talks, right? Ask them to be participative and ask a lot of questions. Work on their questioning skills. Now that's one new requirement is going to come. So keep encouraging them, and that's what I want to say.
I think for the budding TPOs, all of you should know what are the offerings from different companies. Every offering that we have, whether TCS, Infosys, you should be able to know when that happens, when that COVID happens, or when that PTQ happens. Everything you should be aware of. So you may get to know either through us or maybe through
Spencer or Vijay ma'am or anybody. So you should be able to know what are our offerings, all the big giants or the other companies, core companies have, so that you go back to the students and tell them that these are the openings or the offerings each company have and how do they prepare. You should also know about what are the test patterns. To that level of understanding, all of you should.
Yes, ma'am. Vijay sir.
It's a very interesting question. So first thing which I get from all the TPOs is believe in yourself. Always we get the negative things from everywhere. We have faced the COVID. We have seen the cycles of the COVID, and now we hear a lot of negativity in the market, and it always puts us down. What I would suggest is, even during COVID, we could sail through the storm. Find out the areas where you can really find out an opportunity for your students. So if it will happen when you believe in yourself, in your competence, and how we can look at trying to help the students. It's a thankless job. You are trying to build those career of the young kids, the young talents, young mind. So you have to see that what best effort I can put forth. So for that you have to believe in yourself. Don't get carried away by what the external forces have. The positive vibe in you. One mantra which I always follow is never complain. I will say the 4 C's. Never complain, never crib, never compare. Both this, don't compete with others. So don't complain, don't crib, don't compete, and be content with what you are. Believe in yourself. I can do it. I have that attitude, whatever it may be. I will sail through the storm. Whatever negative there is, layoff happening, job cut is happening. Every time you hear so many things. Pandemic. At the end of the day, if you don't have interest, if you don't have belief, your students also will get into depression. You will also perpetrate the same negative things to them. And at the end of the day, something better, there will be a diamond which is just close to you, you will miss it. So try pushing hard, get yourself, market will recover, and even in this tough time, you will find companies coming and hiring. I have seen it. So take positive and move forward.
Sajid. Whatever I'm going to say right now may not seem a little palatable, because I'm sitting here courtesy the TPOs and my best friend happens to be a TPO. But then I must say that over the past 2 decades that I have observed a number of my friends, number of people in TPOs, there's an air of exclusivity that we claim to be. I think you're just one amongst many in an institute. I think what I would rather request people. You must know your people inside the system, your students, your colleagues who are your teachers. I think involve them more often in your activities. I think sometimes the skill mapping that gets done is done exclusively by one individual. I think if that decision making is done when you involve teachers and researchers who are a part of the system, I think you would have a better understanding of what needs to be done. Well, I hold no grudges again in that, but I have always believed that if you are a little more sensitive to the needs of people, you are a little more approachable and hold a little more empathy towards everyone around. At the end of the day, as Sir was saying, we're not here to compete and win a game, right? And winning doesn't matter at all. Creating better experiences for ourselves and others is what we are all here. Thank you.
I know you are all very busy. Even now, thank you very much for spending your valuable time here. And thank you very much. Thanks for the time. Mr. John.
Thank you, distinguished panel. I was just requested to be here because we just like to acknowledge you. To honor you, I would like to invite some dignitaries up to the stage. Can we first have Mr. Venkatesh? He is the director of Shri Hindu Institutes. He is one of the pioneers because of which NIT is where it is today. A very distinguished gentleman. invite Ms. Shikha, TTPOC. Thank you. And so let's honor our amazing distinguished panel who helped us with all the wisdom and they give us such wonderful insights like golden nuggets shining in my bald forehead. And that's an amazing thing. Thank you. First of all, let's honor Ms. Sheikh Parveen Ahmed. Thank you. Sir, thank you so much, ma'am. Next we have Mr. Kirti, Senior Leader in Process. Thank you so much, sir, for sharing your presentation. Thank you. Next we have Mr. Jitendra Singh, HR Manager Cognizant. Thank you so much, sir. Very well done. Next we have Mr. Beju Ranjan, Senior Placement Manager BITS, Hyderabad. Thank you so much, sir. And we have Mr. Sujit, Head Career Guidance, LPREC. Thank you so much, sir. I would also request the entire panel to please take a group picture, which will be for you and Mr. Jitendra Singh. Oh, I will say the HR Manager. It's there. Done. Yeah, thank you. Everybody, round of applause for your amazing panel. For all the wonderful insights. Thank you. Thank you so much, sir. Okay, we just heard two amazing panels. Panel number one was empowering the future workforce, collaboration with common initiatives, and a lot of our colleges work with common initiatives. The second was nurturing talent of industry, where all the IT experts speaking what is needed in the industry. We're moving into panel number three, and this is again very, very important because right now innovation is super important for all of us and our organizations. So I would like to first invite the moderator of the panel. Mr. Kiran, onto the dais. I'll get to step off the stage. So he'll be helping us by moderating the entire panel. And he is the Director Placements for KPRIT College. I keep saying it's CPRIT and he keeps correcting me. I'm sorry for correcting again. I would like to invite a distinguished panel onto the stage. First, Mr. Prasad Desai, Chief Business Officer of KPRIT. Next, Mr. Aryan Patnaik, Head Campus Relations, Speaker. Thank you. Next, Ms. Samarvina, Senior Associate Lead in Process. Thank you so much. We also have Ms. Sarvani Rani, VPHR, Sage IT. We have Mr. Amit Bansal, CEO of Smart Interviews. Mr. Amit Bansal. And Mr. Avinash, CEO. And Avnish, sorry, Avnish. CEO. Thank you so much, sir. Now I hand it over to our moderator.
Thank you so much, Jai. I'm sure that we have kept the honey till the last. Don't worry, this is going to be the best panel that we have got. Trust me, we're going to have great insights and the amazing. See, if you look at the age group also, we are all youngsters, okay? So you got the new blood and new insights, new energy. So let's give a big round of applause. So before we start this, it's very easy for me as well because I work with most of them in and out. So to start off with, Mr. Prasad. So you are the CEO of TMI. So now there is decision being happening. Okay, now it's at its peak. But how do you still drive the business in these situations, making sure that you're also meeting the targets? The reason I'm asking this is because the lot many TPOs out there sitting, there are also many challenges for them. They have to swim against the odds and make sure that they reach their target. So what would you suggest?
First of all, I would like to, as a parent and as somebody who's been on the other side of the story, would like to congratulate the team for setting up an initiative which is so critical for parents themselves. Because, as Sudhir mentioned, I think a lot of parents, especially from the marginalized sections, have invested so much of time, effort, and money in putting their kids into engineering colleges and so on and so forth. So there's a sizable investment. And obviously, I think parents are obviously anxious in terms of understanding whether their kid will be placed in the right organization. So I believe this consortium will go a long way in kind of assuaging their concerns and probably to give the kids a platform where they'll be able to build their. So I congratulate and I'm really happy to be, so we, as a company, we're happy to be associated as a part of this initiative. Now, these have been tough times not only for students, colleges, but I think across corporates as well. A lot of corporates have gone through tough times in terms of downsizing people. A lot of startups have found difficulty in terms of raising capital and so on and so forth. In the midst of this, there are two approaches that we as a company have followed. One is obviously, it's very important to understand the niche that you operate in. Because as a company, while you have multiple opportunities which will keep coming up to you time and again, it's very important for you to understand what is the niche that you can operate in and excel. Right? Because if you're going to be a Me-Too proposition or you are going to be a Me-Too company, I don't think you will be able to survive these tough times. If you're a Me-Too company in these current circumstances, you will be kind of fighting on price points, which is again a very losing strategy to have. So I think as a company, we have made it amply clear that we will not operate across the spectrum. We will operate in issues where we have some strategic advantage, which we have thought through, and where we look at beyond price points and say what is the value that we can add to clients. So we work with clients where we feel price is not a factor, delivery, the quality of delivery is a factor, and that's one of the reasons why we have been able to shield ourselves from the so-called recessionary trends or the ego that's happening across the industry. And this holds true for colleges as well. I think there is a way to be able to build a niche around the student categories, around categories in which you want to operate. There can colleges, there can be students who can operate in a certain niche rather than kind of spreading this sort of stage. So that's the approach that's worked for us. And in spite of all the challenges this year, or even next year, we really have strategy to go for all this.
Thank you so much, Mr. That's what TPO mostly consortiums are for. Making sure that we have got the talent and also fostering the growth of the students across the level. Thank you so much. And next my question will be to Samanvita. So, first of all, I'd like to thank you and Kate for giving us an opportunity. Let me tell you this, the minute we approached them, you know what they've done? They have opened up the office, they have called up the entire team. Hey, see, this is what we wanted to do for the students. There was so much, we feel really happy, so thank you very much. Thanks to you too as well. So it's really, we are really glad to have you here. So my question to you, Samanvita, is, so what values, I think, apart, I think it has already spoken about what to be done and what not to be done. But when it comes to the values, what ethics does a student needs to have from Infosys perspective to make sure that once they get in, they have the right values and they have got the right ethics. So we will share more about from the Infosys perspective.
Kiran sir, thank you so much for Yes, we were very happy when Nicholas came to us because we also share a value of collaborativeness. So we wanted to collaborate and make sure it's easier for everybody to come forward and share their issues. Even if we don't have a solution for you, maybe some other place officer would have, right? So when it comes to a candidate who has certain core values, I would say at Infosys we follow some of them, right? 5 mainly, which is client value. We make sure we surpass, exceed their expectations with consistency. And then we also have leadership by example, when candidate needs to. We believe that an ordinary man can be mentored and inspired to do extraordinary things. So it's very important that a student inculcates the same thing. And it's called C life, client value, leadership by example, fairness, excellency, and integrity and transparency. So since the COVID times, we have also seen a lot of cases of dual employment, and some candidates appear, some other candidate appears in the interview process, and some other person is joining all together. So we would request all the placement officers to let the candidates know that you might be smart, but we are also 10 giants. So we will catch you eventually. But they need to be smart in a sense that they learn well, not in the jugaadu way of doing things. So yeah, I think they should concentrate on integrity mostly and having a consistent way of doing things. I think that should sum it up.
Thank you very much for sharing those values. So please inform all the students that they don't do this jugaad stuff, because India is, when you type about jugaad, figurative thinking in Google, you will find top 20 will be from India itself. So I request every one of you to please go and tell your students that to work hard and get it in the right way. Thank you so much. Okay. Thank you so much, Amit, for having you here. Very privileged to have you. Okay, my question to you is, you have been transforming lives of many students. So what is the unique approach that the colleges out here needs to have to make sure that their students are employable in the niche skills, because that's what you're known for. So that's my question.
Yeah, thanks Viren for asking that question. It's really relevant. It's extremely relevant in terms of education and upskilling of students. So what I have found in my experience and coming from an institute like TTPOC Hyderabad, the coding culture in a college has to really grow. There has to be different coding clubs, different hackathons, different coding competitions happening inside the college in a very healthy, competitive environment. And on top of this, the approach of academics, it's very much oriented towards theoretical. It has to move to a heavily practical learning environment. Every course, every curriculum that is there in a college, be it operating systems, computer networks, system design, compiler design, programming language like C, C++, Java, Python, any course, it has to be driven practically. There has to be rigorous assessments, assignments, which can create a healthy competition between the students, and at the same time make them test their knowledge in a practical environment. Even if you look at global coding competitions, which are done on platforms like CodeChef and LeetCode, it gives students the exposure of where they stand compared to the coders out there in the world. So all I'm trying to say is that the curriculum has to be more rigid in terms of practical learning. And on top of this, even a college is having multiple projects like mini projects and major projects. But a lot of times we all know how students are completing those projects. So ecosystem has to be built where the students are doing the things in a very genuine manner. There has to be proper plagiarism checks, proper proctoring, proper assessments from time to time, which can ensure that the students are actually learning in the right direction. So if this happens, by the time the students come to their third year, fourth year, they'll be having the right skills which will make them employable. At Smart Interviews, we are working on this vision itself that every engineering graduate should have the right technical skills to be employable. And that can only come through a rigid practical learning environment.
Thank you so much, Amit. Thank you so much for sharing. I hope everybody has got that, because we have really seen Amit transforming many lives. If we can also take what you said about preparing students in the niche areas, I'm sure we all will get aware of it. Thank you, Amit. Over to Sabrani. Sabrani is a very good friend of mine. She is actually a powerhouse, I can tell you. In any event that you see, you can easily say that's Sabrani. Okay, Sabrani, my question to you is, we have more introvert students in classes. So what do you think? What should be taught to them, or what should be given to them, or what should be the goal that placement officers like us, where we try to reach out to them and make sure that they will also come up with the same images you have?
Good, thank you for that intro, my friend. I think if I have a time machine, I want to be a student right now, not sitting as a corporate person here. How many of you agree? Right? Students are treated like king and queens. If you see Jodha Akbar movie where he's served with that big plate, lot of dishes coming through, all that, right? So I think you all TPOs are doing that job. So I think firstly, great applause to you, all the work what you are doing. But coming back to your question, right? Now the bitter piece comes here. Though it looks nice that we are TPOs, we are doing this, that and all. But are we serving the right food what they want? Right? Today, if I serve my niece and nephew some upma, they throw on my face. But we will say upma is the healthiest one, right? It's good for your health, it's good for your appetite. I'm just quoting an example. But as a TPO, to engage the students, now we are all thinking about what best can we get to them. But do we know what do they need? Do they need a job in Infosys? Do they need a job in TCS? We don't know, because when I used to go to few colleges in Tamil Nadu, I used to listen different stories from students what they want to do after graduating. A BE BTech is a dream of their parents, but they want to do really a different world after they graduate, because they feel once they start earning, they can pursue their own likes and dislikes. So I think as TPOs, you need to bucket those students separately, who want to really get into the tech stack, who want to really get into a non-tech stack or their own wish and will, right? That's first. Second thing is, I think as TPOs, we studied in a college where we didn't have placement officers, we didn't have any of today's digitalization, right? I think that's the topic you posted on the printout, that digital world. We didn't have any digital world. But if I'm sitting here as a VP of an IT company doing talent acquisition services to the global leaders, global IT giants, handling bigger RPOs, etc., how did we come here? Right? We had that hunger. We had that hunger to learn. Right? Learn anything and everything. So put through everything what my co-panelists and previous panel said. Communication skills, this skill, that skill, but I would call it as a life skill. Right? We learned everything and anything which came onto a table. Just for an example, my dad's friend was a diesel driver, and I think his written skills, his handwriting was very neat and clean. And I picked up handwriting from him. I said, Uncle, can you come once a week and teach me this handwriting, because my marks are not great because I might be not writing in the right way. Right? But I think that is the counseling which the TPOs has to do with students, that learn the life skills. Technical skills will come along. I was not a digital person when I started my career. I didn't even have a mobile phone. But today I am operating an Apple phone, etc. How did I learn? I had an intent. I had a hunger to learn. Because all my colleagues are in digital world, I should be digital, right? And most of the TPOs, I think, should also imbibe them a skill of being in the social skills, social media and the social skills. They use for only the play or only playing or talking to a girlfriend or talking to a boyfriend, but how do they also contribute towards their own career building? So are they giving you what they want, and are they giving, know that something like this happening? A lot of you colleges are sitting here. Do your students even know that today you are here? Right? Do they know what are you doing the brainstorming on? No, I think half of the students would not know. They would feel, oh, TPOs अच्छे से dress करते हैं. They go to good places, good hotels. So there will be high teas, there will be good lunch served for them, and they're all enjoying them, right? So I think it's an expectation setting which the TPOs has to do with the students and tell them to learn the life skills. And if they know that, I think they will serve their life. They know what to do. They know how to do. But only thing is that guidance is very, very important. Thank you.
Thank you very much for sharing those insights. Next, Arya Patnaik, a very good friend of ours. Thank you very much for coming home. It's really a privilege to have you. So, Arya Patnaik is also one of the powerhouse. I must tell you this. I mean, my question to you is, see, you have been successful in driving an organization which has about close to 4,000 employees, and 90% of them is freshers, if I got that right. Yeah? Okay. Mostly. So, how do you see that? Because they hire students, KK doesn't have a percentage cutoff. Yeah, but KK doesn't have a percentage cutoff. They give opportunity to everybody there. Also, the state campus, they give opportunity to everybody, irrespective of the branch, irrespective of the percentage, and everything. So, once they get selected, Arya makes sure that everybody is performing with the same energy, same performance, and with full of content, and there will be a topic in the game. Could you please tell me, Arya, how is it possible that every one of you, of your resources, has got the same passion, same energy? If I talk to you, it is the same. If I talk to you, it is the same energy. How is that you transform this? So, can you please explain to all of the TVs and everybody out there? It will be a great help for us.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. So, I present Keka here. At the outset, I want to congratulate every member of TTPOC here, because I have seen the kind of efforts they have. I truly appreciate that.
Thank you.
And so, that being said, let me get into the answer. There are a couple of points that I will tell you, which actually, kind of informs me. First thing we have truly reached our company pretty pennywise. And because we have done that, we have been very smart in really pulling up our stocks and kind of making that kind of cash rich or profitability. That is the reason we got funding, and that has been in Series A one of the best. You can Google up what it is. Right? So, first, bootstrapping. You should know where you are investing. Number two, I might say talent alchemy. Very critical term, very fancy term these days, but I just kind of crunch it into a sentence. One is you find talent that have a passion, but they probably might be just average people. And when there's average people with high levels of passion and a specific goal in their sight move on, they actually do wonders. So this is simply good to talent alchemy. Number three, organic growth. We, for most part of our existence in the industry for around 7 years, have tried to grow our resources organically rather than actually getting people from elite institution right away. Right? So we have seen, experimented, invested in a way, initially organically, and of course, as we saw the results coming in, that is when we thought we will get people who are experienced in more developed stacks or more developed lines of industry. Right?
not about recruitment only. Early talent is about nurturing them and transitioning them to become a full-time employee. So from hiring them to the entire cycle of transition to a full-time employee is where I come into the picture. And I see you there. Right? So for us, the vision is very clear. We don't want to hire anybody. We want to hire people who don't just want to be a brick in the wall, but they just want to properly become a pillar in the entire structure. So we are looking not for the bricks, but for the pillars. So I think that truly summarizes, and of course, Keka believes that we are here to create not only happy workplaces, but also empowering ones.
Thank you very much, Shailen. That was great insight. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Manish, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure to have you. So, you're a good friend and a best competitor and how many service also, yeah. So I just wanted to ask, because I've seen you traveling over the places and like I'm trying to do as a CEO also, you wanted to connect with people, get to understand what exactly needs to be done in terms of students' life. So my question to you is, if you can add to what Amita said in terms of nurturing in niche areas, how can they transition from a niche skill, from the excellent programming skills into a digital skills? How can they transition easily from a programming background into a digital background, digital technologies?
First of all, thank you so much for inviting, and just a minor correction. We are not competitors. Virat Kohli and Rohit Sharma play for the same team and for the same goal. And the goal is making sure that every single student out there gets placed very, very well, so there is no competition thing.
No, I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. And coming back to your point that what should be done, I genuinely feel that a lot of time when Cantilever Labs, when we started the journey in 2018, in the earlier year, colleges would invite us either in 3-1 or 3-2, that is third year first semester, third year second semester. It was a simple templated capsule formula. Come teach C/Java, C/Python, add aptitude, add softwares, and placement is done. Very frankly, after 2020, there was an amazing shift. In fact, life has fundamentally shifted. Earlier, when we were eating food, it was only mom. Now it is mom and Swiggy and Zomato. Earlier, when we were traveling, it was only our car or bus, but now it's Uber, Ola, Rapido. Everything has fundamentally changed, and the people who are building us are from the same kind of institution who probably graduated maybe a couple of years earlier, but they are looking to get people in the same line. So that templated way of training, that templated way of recruiting will not work, because some of the recruiters are on the stage and they have come from the same place and how they are doing. In fact, I genuinely feel last year TCS dropped a big bomb when the TCS digital was completely fundamentally very different from what the tradition is. So one thing that we need to do is that either we have to start early, because 3132, taking care of academics, taking care of Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Hotstar, taking care of probably 2 IPLs is not enough to also have placement training over there. So start a little early and add more layers. The way I understand, in future when the companies will come, they will not ask how many computer engineers you have. Because the way I understand, data structures is still a soft skill, it's not a hard skill. But cybersecurity is a hard skill. Salesforce is a hard skill. Cloud computing is a hard skill. So going forward, they might ask that how many cloud engineers you have who also know Java. How many cybersecurity engineers you have who also have a sense of Python. So over and above the templated way in which we do coding, we do aptitude, we soft skills, that's not going away. We need to have additional layer where could be one emerging tech which is backed with solid project. That's where the learning will open, the horizon will broaden up, and the business will look good, and they will have a smile on their face.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ramesh. So, by this we'll be concluding this panel. Thank you so much, Mr. Prasad. We have a diverse panel here. Mr. Prasad spoke about the niche skills that has to be trained, and Samamita spoke about the values, and Amit spoke about how exclusive learning can be. And when coming to Subrani, she spoke about how actually want to be here to the student, and Arya said like, what is that exactly that we have to, what's the goal that we have set for the student, and Avanish has said, added how we can make the students good in the digital technologies. Thank you so much. It's really a pleasure to have all of you here. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I would first like to thank each and everyone for sharing the panel. First, I would like to invite Mr. Alimuddin from Avanti Degree College and UG College. Sir. Thank you. I would like to invite Dr. Ranjan Prashant from Mathematics Engineering College. Sir. Thank you. Atushi Engineering College. Mr. Anil Kumar from Vignan Bharati. So first let's felicitate Mr. Prasad Desai, Chief Business Officer of T1. Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable insights. Thank you. Next we have Arya Pratnaik, Head Campus Relations here. Thank you so much. This is the last panel is over. You can keep clapping for me. That will be really helpful. That's a amazing audience. As we have Miss Samanvita, Senior Associate Dean Infosys. Thank you so much. Our next panelist is Miss Sarvani Rani, BPHR Sage Committee. Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Our next panelist, Amit Bansal, CEO Smart Interviews. Thank you so much, sir. And our final panelist, Mr. Avanish, CEO. Thank you so much, sir. I would request all the panelists to kindly stand together and take a group picture with the dignitaries. You can all take it. So everybody please smile. Thank you, and everybody one last time. Huge round of applause for the class. Okay, please tell which of you is taking a photograph so that they look exactly to the same camera. Paparazzi attack. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Dear panelists, one round of applause for all the panelists and we will move on to the next speaker. Thank you so much. So we have a special announcement right now, and I will be inviting on stage Mr. Charan Nakaraju, CEO of Students Tribe, who wants to make an announcement.
Next time I'll have some nice chai before I visit you. Your voice is so soothing. Happily it goes off. Okay, so I started a few fellow jars and there was some nice proposal I thought was just putting a word to the team here. Every year June is considered prior to COVID. June is known as the time when the whole pre-placement talks happen, a lot of activity happens, and the college is also buzzing with it. He says we have days for everyone. But why can't we have a particular day where we celebrate the whole placements as does and placement officers to be very specific? I thought that was a small proposal from mine, there's Kishan and I think you should wave. Kishan stepped down, ADP point. Okay. I think that a lot of corporates and it's a tough task for HRs also. Being a founder of a startup, I was with Infosys. So those days if you have to say something in mic, please take that afterwards. So, there is something called June 12th is known as World Child Labour Day. June 12th is known as World Child Labour Day. June 5th is known as World Environment Day. 13 is generally considered unlucky, so we thought June 11th. How can we make one day, announce it as a placement officers day so that we can celebrate all placement officers and their efforts? So, that was one proposal. Frankly speaking, it was not one. It was out of a happy coffee discussion with few people. I thought, why can't we use this stage to discuss, to propose that? And an elite organization which is formed out of Hyderabad now, so that at least every year we celebrate June 11th. And that day, how can we invite all HRs of the fraternity and the placement officers? So that it's always like placement officers celebrating HR, but HR should celebrate placement officers too, because we're making their job more easier. And that's the one small announcement which I wanted to make. Yeah, thank you.
We have another announcement, and this announcement is from Mrs. Sri Devi, Deputy Director NESCOM.
Thanks everyone. Can you all pull out our phones and switch on the data? I'm just going to request all of you, on behalf of all the companies which are recruiting your students and the ecosystem in total. Please log on to Future Skills Prime / My Promise to India. If you can just make a Google search, you will find this page. In fact, I thought it would be great if we can place it here, but yeah. Problem with the, because it is not planned. Got it. Right. Everyone? Are we on the page? It's a very simple thing. What do you want to become? This is actually a promise for yourself. Okay? Unlike the New Year promises that we do. What is it that you want to become? Next 1 year, next 2 years, next 3 years, next 60 days, next hour, anything. And then that should be in the spirit of contributing back to India as a whole. We want you to create that. Just takes 30 seconds. You're getting a card like this, just add your name, whatever is the dream or the promise, and the timeline for it. And then, once you're done, you get how can you share it. You can use your LinkedIn, you can use your Facebook, your Twitter, wherever you want to put, and all the places that you want to put. Please tag Future Skills Prime, because this is something that we are collating as to how many promises we are actually having, and then we want to report it back to the country saying this is our initiative and we promise to India that we will all achieve this. I would appreciate all of you taking this 30-40 seconds of time, doing it yourself, and going back, asking your students to do it. In few colleges, we have requested the colleges to put a screen or a collage where all students can actually create this as a visiting card and then they stick it up over there. We are actually creating a promise wall, okay? And any institute which is interested to create this can actually reach out to me. I am Sridevi Sila. You can actually reach out to me and then we can share the collaterals with you and you can create it. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time. I think you actually like what you did right now. Did you? Yes. Really? Yes. I don't see that. Yes. Yay! Can we all do that with our mobile, with your card, and then take a picture? Yes. I would request any of the photographer to come this side and all of them can flash their mobile and maybe take a picture and share it with us. So that goes on future stage. In a picture.
Who is already not at place. So I'd like to invite first the President and Secretary on the stage. Mr. Secretary, and the President on the stage, please. So the first MOU is with APTPO, and I would like to invite all the delegates of APTPO to please join us on the stage for the signing of the MOU. Yeah, all the team members can join on the stage and we can have about 10 minutes sign on the MOU. So we are all going our forces together into this. We have another amazing MOU is signed right now. So the second MOU is with the sixth phase. Can we have the delegates from the sixth phase to the last piece? For signing the MOU.
I would like to thank the AA consortium team for understanding our vision and please give us a message to the president and the emergency not coming and every then they decided to go forward to have an MOU. And any future exchanges, plans, events, we would look forward to collaborating and build a platform for all the Telangana students together. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Sixth Race does amazing job in helping students get trained and get the best numbers for all my companies out here, Cognizant, TTPOC, and the list is on. So thank you so much. And they have also said that whenever we have hackathons or competitions of MPTQ, Code Vita and all, they will do special free training for all the students, a workshop on time of the session for all the students of Telangana to help them understand and address the problems and solve in a better way. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We have the third MOU signing, and this is with Smart Bridge. So can we kindly have the Smart Bridge team on the stage, please?
Smart Bridge, we would be assigned the MOU and they would be helping the students across Telangana get trained on Salesforce. So they offer 3 different levels of trainings. One would be into administrator, then app developer, and then the students would get into the MuleSoft, the next level, the advanced level training program. And they have come forward to give a dedicated page to all the TTPO consortium members so that we can drive all the members and member college students from that side. And we can focus the monitor instead of having a generic dashboard. They're looking at giving us an exclusive dashboard to monitor and scale our Salesforce, students on Salesforce. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. That brings us to the end of the MOU signing. We would also like to honor some of the delegates, our TPOs, who are some of the most important delegates that we have. So can I invite Mr. Shrikant from NGIT to the stage, please? Then we also have Ms. Shila from BJIT College. The list is long. TPOs who are here. And if I accidentally miss anyone or I team miss anyone, apologies in advance. We will give it to you on the stage to discuss. Can we also have Mr. Kirit and Shah on the stage? So I would like to invite him. Can we have MD Ali's teacher on the stage? Mr. Ali.
So we have given the member certificates, so all the TPOs who have come forward and become the member of the consortium, we are giving them a memento and also the certificate as a yearly membership. Thank you so much. I just said context, I'm sorry, you didn't see it.
Thank you. Yeah, everyone has to be active because we have a long list coming. Can we invite Mr. ENA's issue on the dais, please? Everyone's done after this year, closing the event. Last Mr. Issue. Meanwhile, can we have Mr. Harish on the stage, please? Thank you so much. The next TPO is Mr. Vinesh Chopra. Mr. Vinesh Chopra. He's right there. Harish is there. Please keep clapping. This last. We lost it. So it's been a long day for all of us. Next we have Mr. Harish on the stage. Can we have Mr. Srinath Henry on the stage, please? Sorry. Thank you so much, Mr. Spirit. I will not stop after this. Can we have Mr. Srinivasi on the stage? I thought no. I thought we were talking about Mr. Srinivasi. Mr. Jayendra on the stage. Can we have Mr. Srinivasi? Can we also have Mr. Srinivas A on the last piece? Thank you, sir. Dr. Rajni Prasad. Yes, Mr. Srinivas A. He's on the stage. That's Dr. Prasad. Yes, we have Mr. Srinath. I would like to thank Mr. Jayendra. Thank you so much. And I invite Mr. Ravi on the stage, please. Our district organization. Yeah, can we have Sai Ekita? Take it, Sai Ekita. Now you know what my parents came and enjoyed because they knew I had not had experience. Australia. Elia Mahesh Akarapu. Mr. Ashok R. Ashok on the desk, please. Mr. R. Ashok is already there. And we have Mr. Venkateshwar R. on the desk, please. Can we have Dr. B. Vijaykrishna on the next please? Dr. B. Vijaykrishna. Dr. Kaushal Khanna. Dr. Kaushal Khanna. Miss Vesina. Mr. Miss Susanna Joanne. Mr. Arya, Miss Arya, sorry, from Kika and Prasad Desai from PH. Can we have Vijay Maya on the stage, please? Thank you so much. Here next year. Can we have Mr. Kiran on the stage now? We'll have board of tax now. And with that, we'll officially close the event. So I'll hand it over to Vice President. So I hope it was a good event and all of us had fun. And I told Mr. Mesa is something that we can do usually not like this. Some of them give me feedback and think that your voice is very nice. When you have cold, it sounds good. Great. Actually, this is not how I have to speak. And I hope you can explain. One good thing is that we are almost at the hospital. We had few members joining and leave as but still we are able to hold the crowd. It means people are really serious about this event. That's amazing. So thank each and every one of you who have since the beginning with us. That was amazing. So I'll hand it over to Karen for the mic. Thanks.
Thank you very much for everyone for coming over. It's really a privilege and honor to host all of you this evening. So, wanted to thank every individual, right from the sponsors and all the panelists and all the corporate leaders and the students especially, like who have been really working hard from the afternoon to drive these things. Thank you very much. It's really a privilege and honor to have you all. And the next upcoming session, like when we are going to do it, we'll also be informing you that. Thank you, Giri sir. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for coming over. And now we have now the place is open for IT and also networking. So please have tea, try to meet people and drive home safe. Thank you very much. Have a great evening. Okay, I would request everyone who were okay, I request Mr. Pratap Reddy Kandula to please come over to receive the membership certificate. Thank you so much, sir. We wanted everyone to see. That's the reason we delayed it a little bit late. So, and we also like to thank the T-Hub management also who has given us the facility and make sure that everything is done in place. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you, Vinay. Thanks, everyone. It's open for networking and IT. Thank you. Okay, I'm really sorry. One more thing. We wanted to make it more memorable. I request everybody, if you can come here. We always take a picture so that it remains for the rest of the time. Okay. Everyone, please do not leave. I request everyone to please come over to the stage. Some of the requests we left out with the HRs on the front and all the TPs will be standing behind and also the sponsors also in the front. Amen, please come on.